Hello, everyone, and welcome to the Real Watchers live stream for April 9th, 2025. Hope you're all having a good week so far. Kevin, how the hell you been?
Doing pretty good. Just getting maybe ready for my externship coming up, so can't wait to do that. Nothing will change. Don't worry. Hopefully, I should say.
Yeah, how long is that going to be for?
7 weeks.
So, and when does it start?
Next month.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Let's go ahead and see here. Nadia says, yo!
Yo.
Yo. Hope you're doing well. Fox Pixar, just seen the gate trailer for the new Naked Gun. Yeah, we'll talk about it. It's just called Naked Gun. It's not called 4 1/4. So, there you go. Alrighty. As for me, it's been pretty good. Finished a big paper, so that's kind of nice to get that out of the way. Now it's just kind of a little bit of an easier ride for the next week or two. So,
do you have to watch any movies or anything like that?
Yeah, I gotta watch one by Friday, which I'll probably end up watching tomorrow. I have to watch one called The Miracle at St. Anna, which is actually a Spike Lee World War II movie about an all-black platoon that was stationed in Italy. So cool. Really excited for that because it's a part of history I didn't know about. So I'm totally here for it. But let's go ahead and dive into the news stories. That's Kevin.
Hey, Amy switched.
Wrong button. Big news is that China may be banning all Hollywood films due to the recent tariffs. Of course, film industry was always going to be affected by these, but now we know directly that it will probably be even more affected. For those of you who don't know, the Chinese market is fucking enormous and gets a lot of money for Hollywood films, especially big ones like Minecraft and Godzilla and things like that. Those kind of big franchises bring in a lot of money, and they're not going to be making as much anymore, which is really unfortunate. But it just teaches this pitiful administration that they, maybe you don't do that. But yeah, this is huge. This is going to affect box office numbers for who knows how long.
And we might get not movies from China still, too. We've had some great movies come from what we'll be talking about it this week with High and Low, right?
That's Japan.
Oh, that's Japan. Oh, I'm so sorry. But again, we get movies from other places that are phenomenal. So
yeah, we get really good movies out of China. We recently covered In the Mood for Love, which came from Hong Kong. Yep. We also covered Chungking Express, which also came from Hong Kong. Like we may still get films from them, but they will not get our films. Yeah. So have a one-way street there.
Sucks to suck, unfortunately. But director Jared Hess reveals that discussions are currently taking place for a Minecraft movie sequel after the film's success. Wow, didn't see this coming.
Honestly, I saw this coming a mile away.
Oh no, that was sarcasm. I totally saw.
I saw
a mile away. Totally.
I don't know there, but yeah, I mean, already this movie is at $336 million worldwide. It was always going to be. Minecraft is the most popular video game ever made, so it's gonna be big, and it's hitting with younger audiences. It's hitting with families and young kids, which that's a market that has been very underserved lately. We have probably the last big movie was I think Moana 2 or Mufasa. So
Mufasa,
yeah, and then obviously Snow White did not really end up going anywhere. So this is really big for them. So. I mean, I'm glad that they can watch a movie, but you should be showing your kids better movies. But speaking of Minecraft, some really weird news this week. Police have been called to theaters after a Minecraft movie causes audience stupidity. Basically, it's become a meme that Gen Z goes to the theater and gets like Avengers level excited when the chicken jockey appears. And not only does this further increase my hatred for Gen Z and everything that they do, but it's basically, it's not in the same amounts of flagrant disregard for it, like Wicked, and there was a whole thing where people were singing in the theater. I would rather take people singing than this. They're literally buying popcorn, not eating it throughout the entire movie, and then just spraying it everywhere whenever the chicken jockey appears. Like, do you know how disrespectful that is to the staff?
Mm-hmm.
Everyone around you, like, it's pathetic.
It is. And I thought I was missing something. I was like, why is everybody, like, up and at him for the chicken jockey? Like, did I miss something when I was
watching?
It's
a meme. That's it.
And I'm like, okay, that is the stupidest thing then, if they're doing it just for that. It's the, like, I don't understand it. I don't.
Yeah. And it's like, it just bugs me as a movie theater person. Like, they are, like, you know, similar to how Wicked was starting to do sing-along screening, which those were going to happen anyway. It was like a response to people singing.
Mm-hmm.
They're doing showings of this where you can go crazy.
That's stupid. I mean, it's good for the theater.
It's good for the theater because they're going to continue to do business, but, like, you're encouraging this behavior.
Yeah.
And that's what's pathetic. Yes, it's going to make you more money, but, like, it's encouraging. It's like encouraging, I don't know, people at a sport game to throw things at the players. It's just
dumb. That's true. Mm-hmm. Yeah, it is.
It's so stupid. And I, like, if anyone here has been involved with anything like that, that's all I'll say.
Yeah, back up to good news. Early reaction to Thunderbolts are extremely positive. Some say it feels very different from other MCU movies in a good way, and the best team dynamic since Guardians of the Galaxy. I mean, you can't go wrong with this team up. I think it's just going to be really funny, and since we know a lot of the characters as well, we know what we're getting ourselves into with all of them. So I can't wait for it, though.
Yeah, I mean, I've been excited for this movie since we got trailers. I've been very much looking forward to this, just as much as Fantastic Four.
Did you see the Wheaties box at our theater?
Yeah, our theater has one of the Wheaties boxes that has them on there. It's great. There are a lot of people who are adamant that there are still a couple of characters that they have not shown off yet.
And that's okay.
I keep seeing images of, like, a lineup of the Thunderbolts, but there's, like, spaces where people should be, and they're empty. So a lot of people are saying that Harrison Ford might show up as Red Hulk again, which would be pretty sweet. But who knows? Who knows at this point? But I'm very excited, especially hearing all of this early reaction. To be fair, these are coming out of test screenings, which test screenings really are not a good way to judge how a movie's going to be. Okay. But people who went, like, they interviewed people who actually went to these screenings. It's a little bit different. Usually, like, when you just hear leaks about how a test screening went, it's one thing. This one, they were actually able to interview people, or people anonymously, like, you know, submitted things to say. And someone said that this will be in the high 90s with critics and audiences. So I'm very interested to see this movie when it comes out.
Nice. Very cool.
Staying on the Marvel one, though, according to Kevin Feige at CinemaCon, the cast has not entirely been revealed yet for Avengers Doomsday. So basically what we thought all along.
We always knew this.
Where basically, like, we feel like we only got half the audience, or half the, characters. I don't know why I said audience, but yeah, I think that, like, we're still going to be getting quite a few people. There's a lot of people we're missing. Most notably would probably be, like, Deadpool or Wolverine. But any of the, like, the Disney Plus characters, like Miss Marvel or, like, Kate Bishop or any of them. None of, like, no Captain Marvel,
no Daredevil.
No Moon Knight, like, nothing like that. So
Moon Knight,
a lot of stuff.
So sick to see on the.
Oh yeah,
so sorry, but yeah. Oh,
and I don't care. I stand Tatiana Maslany's She-Hulk all day long, and I want to see her in a movie real bad. But yeah, so hopefully we're gonna get some more stuff going on here.
Yeah. Well, if you want more stuff to watch, The Wolfman will be available. Oh,
there you go.
Oh, I am. Okay. Wolfman will be available to stream starting April 18th exclusively on Peacock. This got middle of the run reviews, correct? If I'm
middle of the road reviews, and was considered a flop.
Okay. Okay. Yeah. I mean, the trailers looked good, but never went to go see it, unfortunately. So, did you go see it?
I did not. I am waiting for it to hit Peacock. It wasn't something that I was going to necessarily see in theaters, but I had heard good things about it, and then it flopped. So I honestly I do not know. So I have no idea.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, I do want to check it out because it was one of the movies that came out this year, and I need something for my end of the year list.
Yep.
So you gotta have mediocre things too. All right, next up, the Batman Part 2 will not start filming until early 2026. This came on the heels of like Robert Pattinson basically having a full year essentially of stuff to do and is not able to actually schedule the shoot until early next year, which is totally fine. Robert Pattinson's a great actor. Give him some time.
Well, give him not a rush schedule or anything like that. He just did Mickey 17 and has a couple other projects coming out, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, a couple other stuff coming. I don't know off the top of my head what else is coming, but I mean, he has become one of the actors that I will go to see him in anything because he is a great actor. Yeah. And if you still just hold him as Edward from Twilight, you're literally doing yourself a disservice by not watching some incredible performances.
Very true. So, I agree with that. But next up, another thing, the Angry Birds Movie 3 will be released in theaters worldwide on January 29th of 2027. Didn't care, didn't need to know.
These games are dead. I don't know why. I don't know why we're getting another one. But I mean, like, in the grand scope of things, I have not seen the first two movies, but I have heard that they are towards the better of the adaptations. Because they went animated, they went the kids movie route, and it fits in with the game.
The correct way.
Totally fine. You know, it's kind of on the same level as like the Sonics. They're like in that 60 kind of range. You know, they're good for certain people. Even the people who don't like Angry Birds can still find something in it potentially. It's not like Borderlands or a movie we'll be both discussing in our review section. But you know, I mean, it exists, and that's unfortunate.
Yeah.
Back to Robert Pattinson, though. Robert Pattinson is reportedly in talks to be joining Dune 3 as the villain. And yes, please.
Yeah.
I will watch anything with Robert Pattinson all day long. So yes, please give it to me now, and I will be very excited for it.
I want to see what his villain is and see how well he performs right now. I think he can do stellars. And
how different he'll be from, hopefully, Austin Butler's villain, Fade Robin, in the second one.
Yeah, agree. Unfortunately, Disney has paused development of the live-action Tangled remake. If you're looking forward to that, they have paused it. Doesn't say it's scrapped yet, which is good.
Yeah, this is directly because of the... I don't want to say failure, because Snow White is not really a failure yet. But it is because of Snow White and the reactions to it. I think that we're still getting Lilo and Stitch. We are still getting Moana because Moana's still filming, I think. So we're going to get those. I think that beyond that, we might not get any more for a little while, and that's totally okay.
And
let them sit.
I think just Snow White is so like ingrained in people's minds, like older generation, even the older generation than us. That they didn't want to go see this new Snow White movie because they might have messed up. I think Tangled would be a great remake to do because it's kind of like our generation, and then the generation that was after us still remember Tangled. So it's not doesn't go too far back, so it might not make as many, I don't want to say mistakes, but have that nostalgia behind it like Snow White did.
Yeah, 100%. I don't think it's necessarily, I don't think Tangled was the necessary one. I still don't know why we haven't gotten Atlantis as a live
Treasure
action.
Planet.
Or Treasure Planet. Both fantastic movies that deserve to be redone in live action. So, news that I'm really excited for here. Sinners' first reactions to the film Sinners is calling the film horny and gory. And apparently, according to these reactions, Warner Brothers has a new franchise on its hands. Really? And a lot of people have thrown around the M word for this movie, which is masterpiece.
Really?
Yes.
Interesting.
Yeah, apparently this movie is far more bloody and gory and horny than we saw in the trailers. I've been excited for this movie ever since we got the first trailer. I think that, you know, there are arguments that some could make. I know Nadia is not a fan of period piece horror movies, but I think that there is a place for these out there, and I think that setting it in the Deep South, like during the Jim Crow times, is a brilliant piece of period filmmaking. So I'm really excited for it. I think that this movie, I hope it's going to be successful, and it needs to be, because it's an original story, it's an original film coming out, and we need to be more supportive of them. 100%. So
totally agree. I'm very intrigued on this movie. I'm not having my high sets like you are in this movie, but
I'm still going in with level expectations, right?
Yeah.
Like I've the one thing I've been trying to get better at, and I have been getting better at, is going in with no expectations. Even with Minecraft, we had been joking around about Minecraft for a while. Oh, it looks terrible, but I go in expecting nothing. Like, just show me what you want, what you're going to show me. So, like, I've been trying to get better at it. And I think with this, I'm keeping my expectations tempered. The last time I went into a movie with really high expectations, I was still blown away. And that was The Monkey. So, like, it's not like I'm good at keeping those expectations in check, but I'm trying my best. Gotcha. But speaking of getting expectations way high.
Yeah, Christopher Nolan's The Odyssey, hailed as once-in-a-generation masterpiece by Universal at CinemaCon. I mean, do you want higher praise than that? I don't think you can.
Yeah, I mean, Oppenheimer was already really good. So, like, this is really high praise. I mean, obviously, this is coming from the company that is making the movie, so that is just some marketing. But I think that when given the budget that he's been given for this movie, and from what we've heard about the set being more run as an independent film and how he has executive creative control, I think that we're in good hands with this. Like, it's Christopher Nolan. We're never in bad hands. But, like, you know, obviously they're pumping the excitement train up a little bit. But, you know,
I mean,
I'm all here for it.
Pumped about it, though. So
yeah, exactly. But that's all the news stories this week. So let's go ahead and get into some of these comments real quick. Our education system has failed brainless Gen Zers. Our future is doomed. 100%. Yeah. Our future is doomed. Like, I already thought our future was doomed because of current politics. No, it's when those losers take control. I just talked to basic human stupidity. Different generations are going to annoy other generations. Wait until 15 to 20 years from now. Mark my words. 100%. I don't even want to know how cringy and stupid the generation after them, how their children are going to be. Angry Birds are still relevant? No, they're not.
No,
which is really weird that this movie is still coming out. It's like the Smurfs getting a new movie.
Yeah,
it's not relevant. And apparently that debuted a lot of footage during CinemaCon and was widely said that looks terrible. So who knows? They are squeezing the laps. Drop out of Angry Birds. The popularity came and went. Let it go.
Yeah.
Granted, they were great. They were great games. I loved playing Angry Birds.
Oh yeah, they were great games, but
like, we didn't need a movie in the first place. But then the movie came out and was actually surprising to a lot of people, which is cool. Then we got a sequel and they did very well at the box office. So, like, it's not surprising we got a third one. It's just surprising that we got a movie this late after the games come out and it's just not relevant anymore. And you can't even play the original Angry Birds anymore, by the way. I tried to find it, like the original levels and everything. You can't play it anymore. It's all pay to play bullshit now. I don't know. I think doing Tangled is too soon. To when it actually came out, or shelving it or pausing it, because
I think Moana is way too soon.
Yeah, Moana's even like that came out less than 5 years ago. So like, I mean, I think that Tangled is one of the better animated films from the 2010s from Disney. So I think that it's a very good movie. I don't think it deserves a live action. Again, we need Atlantis and Treasure Planet before we get those.
Yeah,
but
I agree with that.
It's all right. Okay, let's go ahead and move on to the trailers we got this week. And we got a lot of trailers this week and a lot of good ones. So let's go ahead and let's just go through these. Kevin, have you seen any of these? What stood out to you?
If I may ask, what is The Accountant 2? Is that just The Accountant?
It's the sequel to The Accountant with Ben Affleck, and he's like a...
Oh, okay.
He's like a hitman or something, but he's an accountant too.
Gotcha. Okay. To be honest, I think I only watched Megan 2.0, and I saw Mission Impossible in the theaters. So those are the only two that I got. Um, Tron Ares, I saw like little clips about it, but I didn't watch the whole thing.
Yeah, so let's go ahead and get to these. So The Phoenician Scheme is Wes Anderson's new movie. Very excited for this one. Actually, looks like it has more emotion in its characters than normal, which is nice. The Naked Gun looks incredible. And I would say it's the top trailer we got this week. I think that the movie is in very good hands, and the footage that debuted at CinemaCon that we were not able to see got even more laughs and harder laughs than what we have at the trailer. So super excited for that. Tron Ares looks like it's going to be really cool with the digital world coming into the real world. Very excited about that, but more so excited about Nine Inch Nails doing the soundtrack.
Yeah.
Megan 2.0, I gotta say I'm not excited for it.
As Nadia said, it looks like Terminator.
They went a complete genre change, which is fine. That can work. But, like, I don't know. It just did not rub me the right way. But it was funny when she said, "Hold on to your vaginas." I thought that was hysterical. Mission Impossible Final Reckoning, yeah, it just looks like the next Mission Impossible movie. We've gotten that before. Counting 2 just looks like a sequel. Five Nights at Freddy's 2 was really a teaser. Didn't see a whole lot there. Predator Killer of Killers looks fantastic. That is the animated Predator movie coming to Hulu.
Okay.
Which it takes place in 3 different times. We get a Viking warrior training her son. We get a World War II pilot dogfight section, and a feudal Japan ninja samurai one. And I am so ready for that because I've been saying we need a samurai Predator movie for forever.
All of them. They all sound really good.
The other one's G20 is going to be like a Die Hard type film. It takes place at the G20 summit. Actually kind of excited because the villain's played by Anthony Starr, who plays Homelander in The Boys.
Oh, okay.
Not Just a Goof is a new documentary about a Goofy movie because it just had its anniversary. And then Murderbot is a new Apple TV movie that actually looks like it's going to be a lot of fun. So, and then the rest of them they're fine. But yeah, there's a lot of good trailers this week. So
good. We need trailers.
Yeah, which
good
is good.
Trailers. But
both are too soon for remakes. Moana especially, 100%.
Mm-hmm.
So basically, this Naked Gun trailer might lead into Paramount confirming an Airplane 3. I mean, who knows? Probably not. I mean, it's surprising we even got a Naked Gun, so we could potentially get an Airplane 1. I don't think we would get another Airplane 1 after the Washington, D.C. airplane crash. I don't think we would get that for a little while at least. And then have any of you saw that Naked Gun trailer reaction? No. Have not. All right. Next up,
it's me.
Okay.
It's box office movies. I just had a little stroke, so I apologize. But number one coming in, no surprise here, Minecraft movie with 162.8 million. A Working Man, who's somehow still on here, with 7.3 million. The Chosen, The Last Supper Part 2 with 7 million. Snow White, 5.9 million. And The Woman in the Yard, still kicking in the yard with 4.5 million.
Yep. Biggest surprise here is Minecraft making as much as it did. I think that people were thinking around 100 million opening weekend. They got 162. So, good for theaters, except for when they have to clean up all that popcorn. Working Man in second place still is mind-boggling. I don't know why. Maybe it's doing well with the MAGA crowd. Who knows? Chosen, Last Supper Part 2, more propaganda. We just had the first one released last week, so I don't know why they revealed 2 back to back to back. I feel like those Chosen movies come out like every 2 months. Snow White coming in fourth. Yeah, this is just all par for the course at this point.
Mm-hmm.
So, all right, let's go ahead and get to the movies that are coming out this week. Up first is Drop. Coming from Blumhouse. A widowed mother's first date in years takes a terrifying turn when she's bombarded with anonymous threatening messages on her phone during their upscale dinner, leaving her questioning if her charming date is behind the harassment. This movie did not look very good to me when we got the trailers for it. Better than some, but just didn't look like it. Nothing sold me. But it's got a 72 on Metacritic right now, which is pretty high for a Blumhouse kind of out of nowhere non-franchise thing. So potentially it could be up your alley if you want to go see it. Up after that is Warfare.
But this next one.
Warfare is, I'm going to see this probably tomorrow night. A platoon of Navy SEALs embark on a dangerous mission in Ramadi, Iraq, with the chaos and the brotherhood of war retold through their memories of the event. So this one is huge. This comes to us from Alex Garland, who just directed Civil War last year, but also co-directing it is Ray Mendoza, who is a veteran. This is his story. We are seeing this from his eyes. This entire movie is it's interesting, right? Because this is based on actual events, but they're not saying based on a true story. They're saying that this is based on memory or whatever, which is really fascinating. They recreated the entire city block as a set, which they just released a video on that. It's absolutely mind blowing. It's like because they wanted to be able to capture it from 360-degree angles.
It's very cool.
It's a fantastic looking movie, and it's got a huge cast of up and coming actors. So really, really excited for this one. Up after that is The Amateur, which I feel like we see the trailer for every time we go to the theater.
It still looks really good, to be honest with you.
When his supervisors at the CIA refuse to take action after his wife is killed in a London terrorist attack, a decoder takes matters into his own hands. This is totally one of those movies that's probably going to be like one of your parents' favorite movies. But, that's not a bad thing. It could be something that you really enjoy.
It just needs to make the working man out of the top 5. I will be happy. That's all it is.
And finally, we have 1-to-1 John and Yoko. This is a new biographical documentary set in 1972 New York. This documentary explores John and Yoko's world amid a turbulent era. Centered on the 1-to-1 charity concert for special needs children, it features unseen archives, home movies, and restored footage. Of course, this is John Lennon and Yoko Ono, the Beatles band member. And it's got an 80 on Metacritic. So if you're interested in checking out a documentary, go for it. It'll probably be on HBO too, because it's an HBO documentary. So if you don't want to go see it in theaters, or if they're not showing it, you can check it out on Max later.
Very cool. Very cool.
And with that, we have reached the end of the scheduled written portion of the show. Wait, so Minecraft is 336.1 million? 100%.
Yeah.
Yep. It's all because of Gen Z. So,
Chicken
and
drop.
also I feel like there's also it is popular with kids and families.
It is.
Which, granted,
we
need more of those movies. We need more of those movies. But, show your kids better movies. That's all I gotta say. All of Studio Ghibli exists. Just show them that. Whatever. Alrighty, Kevin. So let's go ahead and do the movies we watched this week. So you watched 1, 2, 3, 4 movies, and I watched 3. But let's go ahead and do the movie that we both watched first.
Yes.
Correct. So I don't know when or how you went to go see this movie, but you saw a Minecraft movie.
I saw this one at 9:30 in the morning on Saturday.
Ooh, that's an early morning to rise up.
And I was the only one in the theater, and the theater, the wings of the theater that we have, were all shut down, so it was all pitch black. It looked super cool, first of all. So, but yeah, it's there. It's there. I mean, I can understand, I can appreciate what the villains or monsters, all of the monsters in the Minecraft movie, I thought looked pretty decent. I didn't care for them
or whatever.
The pigmen, the creepers, the skeletons, the spiders, they looked fine, but didn't blow me out of the water. But the ones that
I was actually creeped out by the spiders, and Minecraft spiders don't creep me out when they're in game, which was kind of interesting.
But the things that I didn't like, the zombies, I didn't like, especially the chicken jockey zombie. He looked way too realistic, and I didn't like it. The way they did the chickens though in this movie, I really enjoyed. Actually, I did not mind the chickens, but everything else didn't like. In my review, I put, I wish I would have liked the story where it's like a fish out of water. They got to they get ported into this world, and they have to figure out a way to survive, and then Steve comes along to help them. And that's where I think that this movie went wrong, because the story is just Dude, this story is so generic.
It's terrible.
It's horrible. And then Jack Black is so annoying in this movie too.
Yeah, which that'll lead into my review. Kevin gave it a 17. I gave it an 8. I think that after the recent video game adaptation of Borderlands, I think that this movie is slightly better because this game at least actually understands the game that it's trying to make a movie off of. Like it feels like Minecraft, except when you look at it, because this movie is disgusting looking. All the creatures look bad. All of the environments look. I love that they did practical sets and some stuff for this. Really cool, but it just doesn't look good. We see a lot of the piglin, we see a lot of animals and the creepers and the zombies and all that, especially the villagers. At least Snow White didn't have its dwarves on screen all the time.
Yeah.
This is where it got bad. The storyline is terrible. Why do we give a shit about anyone in this movie? I don't. The only one that we don't get any character growth for is Jason Momoa. And his character is not even likable. So what's the point, right? It's a ripoff of Jumanji in the worst ways, and I think that is where this movie really fails. There are so many better ideas for a Minecraft movie, and I had one while writing my review that could have been not only a fantastic movie, but it could have used the game to animate part of it as well. If you had done a story about a kid who's maybe socially awkward or has autism on the spectrum, something like that, and is struggling in his real life, and then you have him find Minecraft and be able to express himself, be creative, and make friends with other people around the world online, that could have been so much better of a movie. And we could have felt the triumph when he goes with his friends and takes down the Ender Dragon or something like that. No, instead we got Jack Black and Jason Momoa 69ing each other while flying through a canyon, with Gen Z inbred morons shouting and yelling and throwing their fucking popcorn everywhere. And yeah, my theater was nearly empty too. There were 3 other people in my theater, one guy who was about my age, and 2 older guys. And at one point, I think there was a part when Jack Black said, "We'll mine, and then we'll craft, and then we'll Minecraft." And I literally heard one of them go, "Oh." So that was great. This movie fucking sucks. It's the worst movie of the year so far, hands down. It makes me all the more excited for the new Last of Us season to see a good video game adaptation again. Oh man, I hated this movie. It's gonna make $1 billion though. 100%, it's gonna make $1 billion.
Unfortunately.
All right. Well, that's the common movie. I have 2 others. You have 3. So we'll start with you.
Yeah, started with a little Happy Gilmore. I wanted to watch it because I heard it's one of Adam Sandler's one of better known movies. It was
popular for sure.
Yeah, it was okay. It wasn't the greatest. He just has anger management problems while golfing. That's what I got it up to as. He is, but he is kind of funny at some parts, but he gets a little bit too over dramatic in other parts. Adam does. The story is cool. It's like trying to find your other passion or something that you're good at when you didn't know, which was cool to see. And the golfing aspect of it, I enjoyed as well. But that was it. It wasn't the best. It wasn't the worst. It was just smack dab in the middle, I feel like. So I gave it a 67 out of 100.
All right. I'm trying to remember. Have I actually reviewed Happy Gilmore? It's a movie that I don't really like.
I don't think you reviewed it when I was on Letterboxd.
Oh, I have. Yeah.
Oh, you have.
Yeah, I've given it a 30. I mean, it's not ultimately terrible, but I just do not like Adam Sandler when he's doing comedy. When Adam Sandler's doing dramatic acting, like Uncut Gems, he's good. Mm-hmm. Anyhow, all right. My first movie outside of Minecraft movie this week was 30 Seconds Over Tokyo, which is a 1944 World War II movie. I actually watched this because I ended up writing a paper on it for my World War II class. And this is based on the actual event from World War II called the Doolittle Raid, which took place a couple months after Pearl Harbor. So this was our real first operation against the Japanese during World War II. where up to this point in time it had never happened, but this allowed. This is the first time, that bomber planes took off a aircraft carrier. They actually managed to get an aircraft carrier close enough to the Japanese homeland, and then they were spotted, where they then released all of the bombers. They all took off sequentially or whatever, and went to go bomb their targets on mainland Japan. It was a revenge mission for Pearl Harbor, and this was our first victory against the Japanese in the war, which is really cool. The cast is really large here. Spencer Tracy's in this movie, which I think Spencer Tracy was in Airplane, so that's where you might know him from, Kevin. But also Robert Mitchum, who played the evil priest in Night of the Hunter, plays a bomber pilot here. But the cast is good, except like there's the main plane. It follows the crew of the Ruptured Duck is the name of their plane, and their main captain, who is our main character, his name is Lawson, is not very exciting at all. He's just like total blank slate. The visual effects are really good for their time. The story is really fascinating. Like, this had never been done before, and like usually these movies are very boring in their first hour, but then this one wasn't. It was full of history that I did not know anything about. It was legitimately fascinating the entire time. So it's a great movie, and it's propagandistic because it's an American film that came out during World War II. But what is really interesting, and I haven't seen in any other World War II movie, is that this shows the Chinese, who were our allies in World War II, because they were subjugated by the Japanese, and they were horrible experiments that the Japanese ran on the Chinese. But we see it from their perspective. We see them portrayed not as like a racial stereotype, but actually as like three-dimensional characters fighting a war on our same side, which probably helped for why they were shown positively. But it was just fascinating. I've never seen that in a movie before from the time period.
Cool.
So, but let's go ahead and get into your second one.
Yeah, this is a classic for some people. I just saw it on, I think it's on Max right now, but RoboCop.
So
the first like 5 minutes, I was like, oh, first of all, I forgot it was rated R. So I was like, oh, the big robot comes into the conference room, and I'm like, oh, that's cool. Oh, it's gonna shut down. And then and I'm like, oh my gosh. I was like, okay, I know what I'm in for now, and I already love it. So RoboCop, I'm a little bit late to the bandwagon here, unfortunately, and this movie is fantastic. I absolutely love it. I love the action. The gore in this movie is really good. But just the story behind it is really cool as well. Very futuristic, and I absolutely love this. The use of stop motion with those big giant machines are fantastic. It doesn't look out of place. It does, because your eyes are like, what the heck is going on? But it looks really cool when it does it. So I am perfectly okay with them using the stop motion there, and it looks fantastic. Story's good. Like I said, but the atmosphere, the vibe is just all there. So I give it an 87 out of 100.
All right. Yeah, this movie is fantastic. I mean, also it just being a great satire of like capitalism and other kinds of things. It's like a lot of people just see it as an action movie, as an 80s action movie, but it's a lot more than that. And I genuinely love that movie. I think it's great. Okay.
Well.
So you thought the Minecraft movie was bad?
You like jazz?
Do you like jazz? I love jazz. I hate B-movies. So this is free on YouTube, and I literally was like, I want to put something on that I've seen before that I don't really need to pay attention to, because at the time I was playing like a Skyrim run, and I was like, I just want to have something on while I'm doing mindless tasks. And oh my god, this movie is terrible. and like, I know this movie is a meme thing, and I know people love it either sarcastically or genuinely, but like, it makes no sense from beginning to end. Is honey food? No, because it's also hair gel. It's also mouthwash. It's also like, I don't know, bee cum. I don't know, but like, it's all a pun. Everything in this movie is a pun. You get it? The name of it is Bee Movie. Is it because it's a bee movie, or because it's got bees in it? Who fucking knows? Get it? It's a joke. This, and like, they can't write an original joke to save their lives because Jerry Seinfeld isn't funny, so we just need to like give him funny things to say. Um, like no decision makes sense. Like why does he fall in love with a human? And not only that, that human very like very much flirts with him and like to the point where it's kind of sexual and it's really weird. And she leaves her boyfriend for a bee. And then Ray Liotta mysteriously has a honey business in this movie, and he gets sued by bees. Like, I hate this movie. It got 1 point. 1 point. Because you like jazz. That's the only reason. Like, it's a worthless film.
Oh, man. Oh,
I hate it. Let's move on to another good movie.
Another good movie, yeah. I wanted to watch some of the older Batmans that I have not seen. Not like the old classic, like 60s versions, but ones that are on Max with the nice, really colorful white backgrounds. They're really cool looking on Max. So I started off with, Batman. And I absolutely love this. I love the story that it goes for. I love how dark Gotham looks and how Batman looks in this movie as well. His Batmobile is freaking fantastic looking. But the character that Mickelson plays, the Joker, is absolutely fantastic in this movie. He embodies the Joker in this movie, and oh my gosh, it's amazing. I can just hear his voice now in my head as the Joker, and I'm absolutely love it. He looked really cool as well as the Joker, always smiling. It's not like paint, it's actually prosthetics, which are really cool. And then so everything looks fantastic because it doesn't have CG in it. Well, I mean, some of it does have CG in it, and it does not hold up, unfortunately. But the prosthetics that they use, and when it's real life and not CG, it looks fantastic, this movie. So I gave it an 87 out of 100. Hopefully the next movies are as good, but we'll see.
Gotcha. Yeah, it's interesting. Like, Jack Nicholson, he is a great Joker.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that the problem is that we got a much better Joker years later. Right,
with Heath,
with Heath, and even with Joaquin, right? So it's just kind of it's a fascinating. Like we haven't, there's only been one bad Joker.
Yeah, and we know who that is. Yeah, so, yeah, and that's what's cool about the Joker.
Not even counting Mark Hamill, who is the best Joker.
Mm-hmm. So, he's the animated series, right?
In the video games, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, it's fantastic.
Alrighty, so those are all the movies that we watched outside of the wheel spin. So we got a couple of comments here. Garrett, I did not need that 69 visual description.
Well, it's in the movie. You gotta hold tight and clench.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. You literally see Jack Black's face through the crotch of Jason Momoa, and oh boy. What do you mean it's bad? Well, what movie are you talking about? Because there's a couple of bad ones we talked about. Minecraft is bad because it's a bad movie. B movie is bad for a litany of reasons, including bad animation, bad jokes, bad writing, no logical sense whatsoever. If you like the movie, go ahead and go right ahead. Or either one of them. But in my opinion, it wasn't very good. If I recall, Bob Kane wanted Jack Nicholson as Joker. Interesting. Yeah, and I think that probably would have been the best casting up until that point. I can't think of anyone at the time who would have been better, because I think, especially because of The Shining, right? I think Jack Nicholson was kind of proved that he could do it, and he was the best live action one. He's really the only. He also had Cesar Romero and a couple others maybe, but until Heath, Heath is still better.
Blew it out of the water.
Then B movie, like I just said, bad writing, bad animation, bad voice acting. It's not funny. No logical decisions are made the entire movie. But if you like it, awesome.
You like it.
Yeah. All power to you.
Mm-hmm.
I just do not like that movie. All right. Let's go ahead and get into the movies. Kevin, why don't you start us off with your short?
Yeah, Boobs in the Woods. And you know what? It's Porky and Donald Duck. Really funny. I really like them on the screen. The animation always fantastic from Warner Brothers in the 50s. Can't go wrong with it. But these guys are just like, you know how some people have chemistry when they work together, like in the movies. These guys have chemistry as well. I feel like they can always just go off of each other, and I love the jokes in this movie. And I think I like Daffy and Porky more than Bugs Bunny. I feel like just because of how funny they are. So even an 83 out of 100. I mean, story's good as well, but you're there for the animation and the jokes.
All right. Yeah, I'm really interested for you to check out the Day the Earth Blew Up, the new one with him, just to see what you think, because you like the two of them. My short was Rhapsody Rabbit, which is the one that is often kind of pitted against the Cat Concerto, which is the Tom and Jerry one. And they have a lot in common. Obviously, it's a main animated character from one of those shows playing the Hungarian Waltz, if I'm not mistaken, the Liszt piece. So it's the same piece of music and the same setup for the joke. But I feel like the two, and obviously both characters are plagued by a mouse who's being a nuisance to them. I think that the Looney Tunes one and the Tom and Jerry one, they're separate enough, they're distinct enough from each other that, you know, they are similar, but I think they each do things differently, right? Tom and Jerry plays a lot more into the physical gags, the humor of those two, with Tom getting hurt a lot and Jerry kind of getting away with it. The Bugs Bunny one, Rhapsody Rabbit, feels much more like a Looney Tunes one. There is a mouse that causes some trouble for Bugs, but that's not the focus of the short. There's other things that happen. There's visual gags that are like very, you know, reminiscent of other Looney Tunes shorts. So they do feel different while also being similar. At the end of the day, I do think that the Tom and Jerry short is better. I think I prefer the Tom and Jerry one. But I like both of them quite a lot. Rhapsody Rabbit was very good as well. I could definitely see the similarities, but I do think there's enough that differentiates them that you can enjoy both, no problem.
Very cool. Very cool. Now, speaking of a vibe movie, this could have been so much better. So much better. It was an okay movie. Stories there, characters you don't really care about. But I will say I have not watched any or played any of the Silent Hill games, so I am not up to date on everybody. I know who Pyramid Head is, and that's pretty much it, unfortunately. But this movie is such a vibe movie. It was fantastic to watch. The sleet and snow coming down, being all white was fantastic looking. The old style buildings, corrosion and rotting, fantastic in this. But again, what lets it down is the story. That the CG is absolutely atrocious in some instances. And sometimes it's a little bit darker than I would like it because I couldn't see anything. That's what brings it down. It's just a middle of the road, but it could have been like a 70 if they used practical effects and stuff like that, because way too much CG used, and it was bad CG use. It wasn't good CG use, unfortunately. So 50 out of 100, right in the middle. I want it to be better, though, because of how cool it looks.
Sure. All righty. A little bit of an interesting conundrum here. Brain Dead was not available anywhere to rent or watch. And there were no English versions available on YouTube or anything that I could find. Which sucks, because I was looking forward to this movie. But because I was not able to actually watch this movie, I will be doing 2 wheel spins for myself this week.
Oh, okay.
So to kind of pay it forward. But yeah, it was not available anywhere, unfortunately, so couldn't watch it.
Do you want Nadia to pick one out for you? Because I think that was hers.
I don't know if it was hers, because she was saying that she didn't really like the movie, so I don't know if that was hers.
Let's confirm with her while the wheel spins.
But let's see here. For Rhapsody Rabbit and Cat Concerto, Garrett, do you think it was an actual coincidence, or did somebody steal from somebody? I mean, maybe. Um, like, there is a lot in common. And I think that there is, like, grounds that someone could have sued someone for being that similar.
Mm-hmm.
I do not know. I don't know. I like. It's a hard question. I think the Tom and Jerry one came out after, or like later the same year. I could be wrong. According to Letterboxd, I think it came out a year after. So if anything, the Tom and Jerry one is more liable for stealing from Looney Tunes one. But it also depends on who was doing it first or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
But again, I don't know. They're different enough that I don't. I don't know. I honestly don't know. I'd have to research it more.
Two up against each other. They're that different. Yeah.
Agreed with Silent Hill. The vibes were there, but the story was poorly executed.
Yeah.
Apparently, that's what I've heard. I haven't played the game, so I don't know if it's close to that.
Mm-hmm.
You mean Dead Alive? You're not missing much from Dead Alive. Yeah, that's just the alternate name for Brain Dead. Brain Dead's what it's called here in the U.S., so that's what I was looking for. I just did a search to see if Dead Alive, if that made a difference, if it was available anywhere, and it did not.
No.
Play the games, Kevin, especially 1 and 2. Don't bother with the sequel movie. The director of Silent Hill wasn't available, who respects the games, and the studio made a crap sequel with someone else.
Well, now I kind of want to watch it, though. See how bad it is.
Yeah, that was mine, I think. Even if I don't like a movie, I like to see. Oh, okay, that's fair. I think I just assumed that you didn't select it, so my bad. It's hard to scare me, but the Silent Hill games creeped me out as a kid. Yeah, they're creepy.
Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
From everything I've seen, especially the new remake. Yeah, it's a creepy game. Yeah, but if Nadia, if that was your movie this week, if that was your movie pick, then what I'll do is instead of spinning twice, you can just select a movie for me to watch, whatever you want, and I will watch it in addition to whatever spins on the wheel this week.
Nadia 2 Tarot again.
I'm not watching Tarot again. I already reviewed it. All right. I believe we're already on. Yeah, we're on the right music. So let's go ahead and get to our favorite part, Kevin, which is
It's spinning wheels for movies.
Yeah, I don't know why you said it like that. Alrighty, so let's go ahead. If you have any suggestions for the wheel, go ahead and submit them through the chat. We'll go ahead and put them on here. You're watching Night of the Creeps. Night of the Creeps. One of the movies I'm watching. Let me make sure it's available before.
It's available for streaming.
Yeah.
Or not streaming. Rented.
Yeah, I'm okay renting a movie if I need to. Night of the Creeps. Yeah, it's available to rent. Okay, good. I will check it out.
Looks like Joey has some shorts for you to get down.
Hell yeah! All right, let's go ahead and get him in there. Let me go ahead and I'm gonna go ahead and to Night of the Creeps. I'm gonna add your name to that because I'm gonna be watching it anyway. All right, so let's go ahead and get this on here. Oops, that's the wrong one. There we go. Kitty Cornered. Oops. That is not what I was trying to do. That was for a different project. All right, so we have Kitty Cornered. Why is that up here? Weird. An ache in every steak loving monsters. Where did these come from? Were those there?
I don't remember.
Oh, weird. I guess I got moved up for some reason. The Martians and the Coys. Wags to Riches. I almost said rags. Dial P. That's not Dial. Dial P for Pink. Is the name of that short. Pantry Panic.
And High Diving Hair.
High Diving Hair. All right, those are the shorts this week. Nadia says Critters. I don't think that's on here already, but let's check. It is not. Very good. Very good. All right, we'll go ahead. Martins, and the last name not an alien. Oh, okay. Martins and McCoys. Okay. Apologies. I totally pulled a Kevin there.
I know, dyslexic.
Alrighty. That's quite enough. I don't know if anyone else has anything, but we'll go ahead and start spinning. Kevin!
Oh, my short.
Oh, I just did. I hit sort instead of clicking the wheel. Uh-oh. All right, here we go. Kevin's short.
Is there a Joey will know this? Is there a Martian, not movie, but short with Marvin the Martian?
It's the band something. The band concert. Is your short
concert?
Hey, that's quite all right. All right. So the band concert, we'll go ahead and remove that from there. There's one here called That's My Mommy. I don't remember when that happened. Yeah, there are several apparently.
Oh, okay.
All right, and shuffle. This will be my short.
Mm-hmm.
I'm hoping for, I want that stalker short. And it's not. It is going to be the Charles something. Charles Brown.
That's not on here.
Then it's the Chicken from Outer Space. Because it was the CH something. All right, the Chicken from Outer Space.
The Chicken from Outer Space?
From Outer Space! All right. That's My Mommy is a Tom and Jerry short. Okay, good to know. I was going somewhere completely different from that. Gotta love them Dommy Mommies. All right, here we go. Kevin's movie.
Time to spin the wheel.
Spin that wheel, man. What are you gonna get? 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 From Beyond. What is From Beyond?
I don't know.
Oh, that is a horror movie. It looks like. Directed by Stuart Gordon. I don't know if this was a Nadia pick or if this was like, I think it may have been a.
Oh no! I think this is a Nadia pick because I made her watch this. Not made her. I don't force her to watch anything she doesn't want to. But she said pick a movie, and I picked this movie. So
okay, From Beyond from 1986.
Very cool.
It's Kevin's movie. Alrighty, and my second movie, because I am watching the other one, is. Who knows what it's going to be? Who knows?
What's it going to be?
Enter the Dragon!
Hey.
Which I have never seen before, so obviously.
Very cool.
So I am excited for that one. Oh, that is not...
I'm watching 7 movies today, guys. Don't you worry.
Alrighty, and where is Enter the Dragon on...
I think it's on... I think I rented it, to be honest.
Enter the Dragon is... I have to rent it again. Cool, I'm spending money this week. Alrighty, everyone. So we have our movies for this week. Let me go ahead and get this done. Kevin will be watching the short film The Band Concert, and then we'll be watching the film From Beyond. Whereas I will be making up for the unavailability of Brain Dead or Dead Alive, whatever you want to call it, by watching Night of the Creeps. And then I'll be watching the short The Chicken from Outer Space and the film Enter the Dragon. So, some fun stuff. He made me. You heard it here first, ladies and gentlemen. Kevin makes it work. Also, yay, my pick.
Yep. That's like 3 weeks in a row, I feel like.
Some people may think that it's rigged, but it is not.
It's not. It really is.
It's completely random. Wheel spin. Alrighty, everyone. So that's going to be it for the show this week. But, of course, we do have our episode of Movie Club coming out on Friday. We're going to be covering the Akira Kurosawa film High and Low, which very excited to talk about that one. And then we have this show, which goes live every single Wednesday at 7 p.m. Pacific Standard Time. So thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. And until next time, make sure to keep those eyes on the screen. Have a great night, everyone.